Hey y'all, it's Crystal. Welcome back. I so appreciate you stopping by. Today, just another quick little book chat. Yeah, I'm going to talk about Hailey Piper's newest book, Your Mind is a Terrible Thing. And I loved it. Yeah, so I really liked this one a lot. So let's talk a little bit about it. And I'll see if would like to grab yourself a copy. So, the gist of this is it's a space horror. It's a sci-fi horror story, and it's done really well. So basically, we're following a cargo ship through space, and because it's a cargo ship, has a small crew, maybe I can't remember totally, but we'll say less than 10 people. And we're following our main character, who is Alto. Now, Alto is the kind of communications specialist, and basically it starts right off at the beginning of the book, and they have woken up and can't seem to find anyone else. All of the other crew are missing or something. They can't find anything of where's everybody at, right? And that basically starts off our story, and it goes fast-paced right from there. And it is essentially a race against the clock as Alto is trying to, make her way from one end of the ship to the next to, the bridge area before, basically a lockdown happens. We get the countdown going, through the ship, right? And, like I said, it's super fast paced as we're following this journey, and we figured out what the heck happened to the rest of the crew, because, well, Alto, like I said, has woken up, and there seems to be some sort of intruder or intruders, plural perhaps, that are roaming this ship. Yeah, it is really good. Quite terrifying, actually, and pretty horrific. So, yeah, again, really liked it. So, some things that really stood out to me. One was the ship itself, kind of how it was described, the spacecraft, however you want to call it. Like I said, it was a cargo ship, but it was described as being like a train, like we have here on Earth. And so basically little sections, little segments that are kind of linked together on this really long spacecraft that moves through space, and it can kind of be as short or as long as it needs to hold whatever it is that it's transporting. I don't want to tell you what it is. It does say on the back what they're transporting, but I don't think you should read the back. I think you should just go right into this one and figure out everything as you go, honestly. I think that's the best way to go into this story. So I just had a really good visual of this spacecraft. It's kind of a long train-like, spaceship going through space. I don't know. It was kind of cool, kind of snake-like. It gave me a cool visual, right? I really liked Alto. They're a non-binary character who has had some kind of body modifications to kind of reflect how they feel on the inside, and want to take body autonomy and do what they want to with their own body. You know what I'm saying? Really appreciated that, and the way it was done in the story was really cool. The way the particular modifications were done, it was very interesting, very cool, very futuristic. It was neat, and they're also Alto really also deals with anxiety, some other mental health things that we definitely see come to play again as they are moving their way through this ship, dealing with like I said, kind of horrific things. These I would just call them these intruders that come onto the ship. They're kind of unpleasant. They're pretty unpleasant and nasty and scary. Again, now there's some more great visuals with how these, I'll just call them intruders again, how these intruders are described. This gives you a little bit of idea of what's going on there. Yeah, just really scary and kind of grotesque. And yeah, so very cool. So I liked all of that. There's also some things that, what's the word I'm looking for? They call them wraiths, I think, but they're basically, they like used to be humans, but they're dead bodies that have been kind of converted into this, I don't want to say AI because they're not living anymore, but robot-ish like things. They call them wraiths in here. So that was really cool too. And so there is like kind of a wraith that's kind of helping Alto. There's like the two of them that kind of making their way, again, up this ship and trying to get to that kind of safe zone area. And it was cool. I don't want to say too much again because I don't like to spoil things, but that idea behind that was pretty interesting. Of, again, I think kind of harkening back to Alto, also with body autonomy, and then of course think of a future about how will things change, about what is humanity, how do they feel about their dead, how do we treat the dead, what's I don't know, it kind of, I think, is some fuel for thought, I think. So yeah. I just really loved this. I really did. It is short. It's under 200 pages, like 192 pages. Very quick read. I read in just a couple settings. Super fast paced. As again, it's a race against the clock as Alto figures out what's going on and is literally given an hour, to get where they need to go. We've got these terrifying, like creatures that are aboard the ship, and there's even some things that goes on with the cargo itself. Yeah, it is really good. Horror elements are, I think, top notch. Really captures that kind of loneliness of being in space, not knowing if you've got anyone nearby to kind of send for a rescue, that kind of thing. Yeah, all of that is captured very well in this story. And again, also Alto with what all they had going on, with their mental health issues that they were dealing with in here, and also the gender exploration of the character as well. So it's a win for me. I would definitely recommend it, especially if you like Hailey Piper, of course, but especially maybe you're looking for some sci-fi horror. There's not tons of kind of space horror out there, but I think this one pretty much nailed it for me. It was a lot of fun, fast-paced, awesome writing, very descriptive, but also not too overboard, good visuals. It was a win for me. So yeah, Hailey Piper's Your Mind is a Terrible Thing. It's a win for me. Definitely loved it, and I would recommend it. So if it sounds good, give it a go and let me know if you do, and I hope that you'll like it as much as I did. So that's it for me today, friends. Thanks so much for stopping in, as always. I appreciate it. Till then, bye.